So, you want to start or grow a career as a freelancer, solopreneur, lifestyle entrepreneur, or any of the other titles we give ourselves as independent professionals. And if you don't know what to call yourself yet, don't worry. My name's Henry Bingaman. I've been freelancing, selling products, coaching, and consulting almost exclusively online for over 15 years now. At one point, I got up to over $1 million annual income, and I've had the chance to work with celebrities, politicians, even some billionaires. And I still occasionally, when people ask me what I do, give them that deer in the headlights look. Do I tell them I'm a content creator, a freelancer, a writer, an online entrepreneur? Point is, it doesn't really matter. The goal is to make as much money as possible while maintaining as much freedom and control over your life and time as possible. And that's what I want to help you with in this channel. Now, I know that I can help make folks watching, maybe you, a ton of money. I've sold well over $350 million worth of products online for my clients. That's my clients' revenue, just to be clear, not mine. But I have helped coach many other freelancers, entrepreneurs, solo professionals of all types, who then went on to make multiple six figures, maybe even seven figures. However, I do have a warning, and it's gonna sound weird, but here it is. If you have the wrong motivation for wanting to get rich, I cannot help you. It just won't work. Let me explain. As far as I can tell, there are only three core motivations for wanting to get rich. The first is for power. Money can give you a certain level of power, right? At lower levels of wealth, you could be a boss that bullies around people, or you could buy your way out of trouble. And at the extreme levels, you can buy yourself politicians, you can buy yourself whole countries, and you can bully people at a mass scale. Now, I can't help you because the way that I can teach you to build wealth requires you to not be an asshole. And people who want to acquire money just for the power are, without exception, assholes. Now, you may not think about your reputation a whole lot right now. Maybe it just doesn't matter to you. But as soon as you start making decent money, your reputation is going to be the only thing that keeps that decent money coming in. Now, you can be controversial, you can make some enemies, but there needs to be a core group of people who see you as a fundamentally decent person. Or you'll be broken out in the cold before you know what happened. Now, the second core motivation for building wealth is for status. You want to get rich so you can drive a Bugatti, have beautiful people begging to hang out with you, make all those haters from your old life just insanely jealous. Look, if that's you, I can't help you. I mean, I can help you make good money for a little while, but you're going to be extremely frustrated with how your life turns out. It's not going to go that well for you. First of all, the people who suddenly appear in your life when you get that Bugatti, they're leeches. They are not your friends. They're definitely not your boyfriend or girlfriend. They're gonna vanish the second you hit some type of rough spot in your career or life. And worse, even if you never hit those rough spots or you never show them, when you're playing that status game, you literally cannot win. There will always be somebody richer, better looking, more successful, with a hotter spouse, a cooler car, whatever. When you play the status game, you're getting on a treadmill that gradually gets faster and faster, and it never slows down. You will burn out and fall off eventually. And that brings me to the third and final and best motivation for building up your personal wealth: freedom. Now, by freedom, I mean the freedom to not get bullied by the people in power. The freedom to not have to work a job you hate, keeping your mouth shut and your head down because you can't afford to get fired. Talking about the freedom to work on your own terms, on your own schedule, to rely only on yourself and your own network. The freedom to not have to stress over household budgets, to have limited vacation times where you only get 2 weeks a year to experience the world. Talking about the freedom to live up to your own maximum potential in every area of your life, not just money. Now, you might be asking why. Why is this the only motivation for getting rich that allows me to even help you? Well, first, it's the only sustainable motivation for wanting to acquire wealth. The truth is, there's no level of power or status a human being can hit where they're happy with what they've got. The pursuit of power and status will always leave you feeling unsatisfied. In fact, the more you get, the more toxic it becomes. It's like eating a food that makes you hungrier with every bite. The more you eat, the more you need to eat, and the more you need to eat after that, and it's just impossible for that scenario to end well. But if you want wealth in pursuit of freedom, that's a craving you can actually satisfy. In fact, you may be surprised at how quickly you become measurably more free. Instead of a meal that makes you hungrier every time you eat, it's more like a workout that makes you stronger every time you do it. So the more you work out, the stronger you get. When wealth means freedom for you, you don't feel jealous that other people have more freedom. You find it inspiring. It's an entirely different experience. And look, Here is the main reason why freedom is the only motivation to build wealth that I can help you with. Because I'm talking about earning money in some ways that are far outside the legacy system, let's call it, which means that the work itself, the way you're earning money, is incongruent with power or status. It doesn't matter if you're making 6 or even 7 figures, you're not going to be respected among the self-styled elites if your income source is freelancing, affiliate marketing, online coaching, running any sort of internet business, right? It's not respected. You won't fit in with those quote unquote elite people. And honestly, if you want to be a part of that club, you're not going to like it here very much anyway, right? We're a different kind of crew. But if you're here for the freedom, look, welcome to my tribe of wealthy weirdos and misfits. You're going to love it. So click subscribe, turn on the notifications, and let's get started, man. I am pumped to be sharing what I know and to be discovering even more along the way with you. So again, hit subscribe, turn on the notifications, and I'll see you in the comments.